Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Divya. Welcome to Christ King Educational Institutions, a center for creative learning which is situated in Udupi district, Karkala Taluk. So now I am going to narrate you two most beautiful and interesting stories taken from Vishnu Sharma's Panchatantra Fables. You know who is Vishnu Sharma? Vishnu Sharma is one of the most renowned story writer as well as author who lived in 3rd century BC. Okay, it is believed that he is the author of these Panchatantra stories. And what is Panchatantra? Panchatantra stories are the animal fables which is believed to be written in 3rd century BC, both in prose and verse, and these stories are in original Sanskrit language. So now I am going to narrate two stories which teaches us moral values, okay, and these two stories was narrated by two friends, Suvarna Siddhi and Chakradhara. The first story was narrated by Suvarna Siddhi to his friend Chakradhara, and the second story was narrated by Chakradhara to his friend Suvarna Siddhi. So now let's begin with our first story which was narrated by Suvarna Siddhi to his friend Chakradhara, okay, and there is a moral in it also, okay. Let's begin. There was a strange bird living on the banks of the lake named Sangama, okay. The strange bird's name was Berunda. You may all have heard of Ganda Berunda, the state emblem of our state, Karnataka, right? So the Berunda was a strange bird with lot of magical powers. And why it is called as a strange bird? Because of its single body and two heads. That's why it's called as a strange bird, okay. So what happened that day? Berunda was walking on the banks of the lake named Sangama. By that time, the first head, two heads it contained, right? The first head found a very delicious fruit, okay, and he started to praise it so much to the second head that this fruit is so delicious. It is like ambrosia. Ambrosia means a sweet liquid, and the heavens only must have sent it for my sake. He started to praise it so much. By that time, the second head thought he is praising this fruit so much, so I wanted to taste it, and he told, give it to me. By that time, the first head said, we have the single body, either you eat it or I eat it, one and the same. So let us give this fruit to our beloved wife Tatilata. The first head thought, or he said. Okay, after that, by hearing this, the second head got very much insulted, and he decided that I am going to take revenge for this insult, okay, and he waited for so many days to take revenge with the first head. So one day when they were walking on the banks of the lake Sangama again, the second head found a poisonous fruit, and he said to the first head, you treacherous fellow, on the other day you did not give me the fruit to taste, you insulted me a lot. Now I am going to eat this fruit, and I will take the revenge against you for that insult of that day. Who said this? The second head said this to the first head. By that time, the first head said, you fool, if you eat this fruit, we are going to die because we have the same stomach. If you eat it, we both are going to die. But the second head did not hear his advice. He just wanted to take revenge against the first head, so that's why he ate that fruit and they died. So this story gives us a moral about how revenge will be a way to their own demise. Now let us move on to our second story. After completing the narration of his story to Chakradhara, Suvarnasiddhi told to Chakradhara that I am going back home now. By that time Chakradhara advised him, okay, you can go home but don't go alone. Suvarnasiddhi now surprised, why did you say so? Why can't I go home alone? By that time Chakradhara narrated him a very thoughtful story why you cannot go home alone, and he started to narrate. So this story is about a boy named Brahmadatta who was living in a city named Varnavarta along with his old mother. So one day, for some urgent business, he wanted to visit to the nearby village, and he just informed his old mother that I am going to visit the nearby village and I will come soon. By that time the mother advised him, don't go alone, you just take someone, take any companion along with you while traveling. But by that time here Brahmadatta told to his mother, mother, you don't worry, the road is quite safe and I'll return soon. Now mother completely understood this boy is not going to listen to her, so she just went to the well of the backyard and she took a crab, okay, and she took that crab and put it in the camphor box, okay, and she advised him, take this crab as a companion along with you, and he kept that camphor box in a vessel and he carried it along with him. Okay, so he traveled for a long distance and he felt very tired because of the hot weather. So he thought to take some rest under a tree, and he sat down under a huge tree, under the shade of a huge tree, and he fell asleep. After some time, from the hollow of the tree, a huge snake emerged and attracted towards the smell of the camphor, okay, because the mother of Brahmadatta kept that crab in the camphor box, right? So this snake was so much attracted towards the smell of the camphor, and it came near to the box and started to swallow it. Okay, the crab came out of the box and killed the snake. The boy Brahmadatta woke up and he saw the crab out of the camphor box and he saw the dead snake nearby him, and he totally understand what would have happened, okay, and he just remembered his mother's who advised him, don't travel alone, take someone, take any companion along with you while traveling, and he totally understood now the mother's advice, okay. So like this Chakradhara narrated a very thoughtful story, and he told him that it is always better to have a companion when you are traveling to avoid many difficult situations. He narrated like this, okay. So in these two stories we learnt two moral values. So let us learn some more interesting and beautiful moral stories in our next class. Thank you.